everybody, I just want to take this moment to illustrate the transformation grid that's in this example. And so this grid introduces you to the before and the after in terms of transformation of that learner for the learning solution that you're creating. So we want to find out what they're going to do, what they need to do before, what they need to do after, how they're going to feel before and how they're going to feel after, what they need to know before or what they do know before and what they need to know after. And then what is an average day or an average sort of action or activity that they need to do around this learning solution before and then again after. So it's a super simple activity. This is best done after you've talked about sort of what are the business outcomes that you're looking to achieve in the learning solution that you're creating. So in this particular scenario, the business result is to increase product sales on the customer service calls by 25%. So the learner in our scenario here is a customer service rep. And before, a customer service rep needs to be able to handle 30 calls per day on customer inquiries and support on core product offerings. So that's what they do today. And after the transformation, after they have this change in terms of what the outcome is, they need to be able to handle the same amount of calls per day with the same or higher level of service while also selling and closing an additional product at the end of the call. So this is the transformation, is that once they've gone through the learning solution, they will be able to sell and close an additional product at the end of their call. So that is that transformation that they need to be able to do as a result of the learning solution. So the next thing is, how do they feel? So before they take whatever learning solution it is that you're implementing, they may feel anxious of that change, right? They've heard that there's a change, that they need to do something different than what they do today. So they may be anxious. They may be unsure of how to be successful, so their confidence level isn't high. And they even may be a little resistant to adding something new in their current workload. And then also about selling. Sometimes people get hung up on changing something that they're doing, right? If you think that you are in the business of serving your clients versus selling to your clients, sometimes that mindset and skill is a bit of a change. So that's how they're feeling before. Then after the learning solution, after they've taken it, the transformation is that after they feel ready, they feel confident, and they feel like they can succeed in this new goal. So they really are able to see themselves as able to successfully be able to sell and close their new product. So that's how they feel after that transformation, after that learning solution. So before, what they need to know is that they need to be knowledgeable about calling techniques and the script, and they need to be knowledgeable about that core product offering. They haven't had to be knowledgeable about other additional product offerings in their core job. So now they don't know as much about product A or the new product that they need to sell, and they may not consider themselves salespeople, which means they may need some additional training on how to sell or how to handle rejection or how to convince people to do something different, right? So there may be some additional knowledge there that needs to happen in order for them to be able to transform and be in that after state. So then the after state is that they just have just as much knowledge about the core product that they had before, but they also now have a model and script to be able to sell and close that additional product. So they're feeling, again, confident. They know that they have the tools to be able to do what they need to do. Then the last one is, what is their average day? Before their average day is customer service reps are in a call center environment and they are evaluated based on their call volume. They're on the call most of the day and need to be on while actively taking calls. This also includes many times they have to be able to think on their feet and answer questions about that core product offering that they have been dealing with. So that's the before. That's what their typical day looks like. Now that there's going to be this process or policy change, we need to be able to give them the after transformation of what their new average day will look like. So they're going to be doing the same that they were doing before. However, they need to add in this additional sort of conversation model in order to sell and close an additional product. So therefore, they may hear no more often, which may, increase some level of anxiety or stress in terms of not feeling as successful. They may feel an additional strain on their ability to provide great service because they now have to add something to what they've already been doing without changing the time that they have on calls. So that's the after state that may be happening during their average day. And so really that part has to be built into the solution to make sure that that the solution is showing how to mitigate those particular issues and how to overcome them. So again, this is a really simple model for thinking about what's that transformation that your learning solution is going to provide, and thinking about it through that lens of the learner, because we really want to be creating that learning experience and not just a content-based course that provides them with the information. Because as you can see here, information is just one part of what they need to be successful. It's all of these other parts that will really transform their ability to be successful and for the business to actually increase their results and get the goal of that 25% increase in product sales based on that learning solution. So there you go. There is one example of how to do this. Love to hear your comments below to share with us how you've used this in your particular learning solutions, or how you consider how you will consider using this in the future. So take a second to think through that for a particular topic that you have, and again, let us know how it goes.